Hey everyone, and welcome to my Executioner's painting tutorial. I'm just going to be going over kind of the work in progress pictures. If you want something in real time, I can definitely do that for you. Before we end up getting started, I have a list of all the paints and washes and whatnot you're going to need. Here they are now. So just take a moment to familiarize yourself if you're wanting to try and replicate it as best you can. So when we get started, I'm going to lay down my burnt umber, and I'm going to then spray that highway yellow and get it all over the models. This is where the liquid mask by Mr. Hobby comes into play. After I have that all done, I'm actually going to cover all the yellow that I've painted with the liquid mask, and usually put it on pretty thick just so it covers well. On the big sections on vehicles, try and leave them separate, or like you see here on these blade guard shields, I actually just use Tamiya tape and tape them off, so it's not too bad. Continuing on here, so this is the spot where you've already sprayed your lead belcher over your black primer. Completely cover your model in lead belcher. Really important though, after you do a top-down spray of the Rune Fang steel, it's just a small highlight, but once you're done, make sure you spray matte varnish over top of your model completely. I've noticed these metallic GW air paints have a gloss finish to them, and the GW contrast paint won't stick to them properly. You'll almost get this kind of beading effect. So yeah, make sure they're sealed. Sub-assemblies make it really easy. So moving on, these first couple pictures here, this is the effect that you're going for when you're going to spray the GW contrast with your airbrush. But you have to spray it with two really thin coats. There should be enough of the metal still poking through after the thin coats that you can see. If you go too hard though, they're going to kind of look more like Crimson Fists, which is still a win because, you know, they're still Imperial Fist successors, so nothing wrong with that. After I've got all the pieces usually done, I'll use some sticky tack and attach, you know, the shoulder pads, backpack, and the head to the model. Make sure I'm kind of getting a cool contrast look for them. In particular, the model shown was a veteran. Once you get those colors nailed down, you can really start to play around with the terrain, bases, everything like that. On this Eliminator, I went for kind of a reactive camo. Just yeah, experiment with it and have fun with it. Some pictures of the finished product. I've pretty much gone through everything with a slight wash, and what I ended up using was burnt umber and the Agrex Earthshade, and I mixed it with a little bit of flow improver, and I'm just going through it on certain spots in the model, just really going in the crevices, as you can see here on this Executioner. I'm sponging it a little bit as well all over the model, and then coming back in with some water and trying to just move it around. Not really trying to stain it too much, but just trying to gritty it up a little bit so it looks a little bit battle worn. And yeah, that pretty much wraps up the tutorial. Like I mentioned before at the start, if you really would like me to do a live action, like step-by-step process and film myself like airbrushing the model so you can see each step of the way, let me know in the comments. Yeah, if you have any other questions or anything else, please, yeah, let me know. Looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with and checking out pictures. Awesome. Thanks for watching.